Another thing I want to share with the artists out here, we got to watch what we speaking into existence, man. I know we looking at it like we just making music, it's art and all this shit and that, but these words are powerful, bro.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about the story that broke the other day surrounding T Grizzly. T Grizzly's house actually ended up getting broken into about 2 weeks ago, and the burglars got away with $1 million in cash and jewelry. First of all, I think a lot of people are familiar with T Grizzly. He's of course a 28-year-old rapper out of Detroit, Michigan, has been popping in the rap game for the last 5 years, blew up in 2017 with First Day Out.
Joy Road, bitch, but the money long as 6 mile, brick mile, knock your ox down, pick her up, knock her back down, pull her tracks out, yes I slap girl, yes I
Now
slap
that's
dog,
obviously
yes,
a generational classic. That transition is iconic. The other day I came across this news regarding T Grizzly's house getting broken into. He was luckily not present during the burglary. T Grizzly recently had some words regarding what happened that I want to show you, but before that I want to go over this article from TMZ and then we'll continue. So checking out this article reporting on the burglary. T Grizzly: burglars hit my house, took $1 million in jewelry and cash. Rapper T Grizzly's not only mourning his friend PNB Rock, he's also got drama at house after burglars made off with $1 million in bills and bling. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ burglars smashed a window at T's house about 2 weeks ago in its Porter Ranch neighborhood outside Los Angeles. We're told the jewelry alone they found was worth more than $1 million, and they also walked away with a ton of cash. According to the police report, no one was home at the time of the break-in and there's an open investigation. So like the article said, T Grizzly was actually close to the late PNB Rock, who sadly got gunned down the other day. So obviously T Grizzly's not having the best month, sending some blessings his way. I wanted to show you this video he posted on his Instagram where he says a couple important things, mainly regarding the power of your tongue, which is something I talk a lot about. T Grizzly actually gave a cautionary tale to rappers and artists in general because look what he went through. Anyway, I want you to check out the video. Here it is.
Another thing I want to share with the artists out here, we got to watch what we speaking into existence, man. I know we looking at it like we just making music, it's art and all this shit and that, but these words is powerful, bro. And just like we can speak some good shit into existence, we can speak some bad shit into existence. You feel me? So we got to really be careful what we saying about ourselves when we make this music, man. You know, speak in third person, create some characters or something like that and tell us, you know, shit like that. You got to be careful what we say out here. And, yeah, man, that's it.
So what T Grizzly said word for word on that one specific part is, we gotta watch what we're speaking into existence, man. I know, we look at it like we just making music, it's art, all this shit and that, but these words is powerful, bro. And just like we can speak some good into existence, we can speak some bad shit into existence. So we gotta really be careful about what we're saying about ourselves when we make this music, man. We gotta be careful what we say out here. So a very good thing for T Grizzly to say during a time like this. The truth is, a lot of rappers are dying right now. Gun violence being the main killer of said rappers. T Grizzly himself is a rapper who raps about that life. That's how he was brought up as a youngin'. Since he comes from that life, he talks about it in his music. But he's obviously having this moment of realization though, because things could have ended up in a completely different way. It just so happens that he wasn't present during the burglary. However, what if he was though? What if his son and the mother of his child was there as well? The headlines could have been very different. T Grizzly touched on something that I've talked about in the past, and that is the fact that it doesn't end at you talking about the ops. It doesn't end at you talking about airing out somebody's block. It doesn't end at you putting out this energy to the world and nothing, you know, comes back to you. Sometimes, like in this case, it ends at you becoming a victim of sad stories that you shared with the world. Luckily for T Grizzly, the outcome wasn't so bad. I mean, they got the jewelry, but I'm sure his home insurance has that covered. You can replace these damn materials, but you can't replace your life. The tongue is a very dangerous weapon, as I like to say. T Grizzly is having that realization right now. Although I'm happy that he is, I think it's sad how as a genre, we always seem to go through these realizations when a rapper dies, but most times it's unfortunately a temporary moment of realization. What happens literally the next week is we're back to being asleep again. That's usually how it goes. Have you guys noticed? Just pay attention. As it relates to rappers, a lot of rappers forget that the stories they tell in their music are stories that will one day, I don't like using this word because it's so overused, manifests in their life. I want to use a rapper who passed away in November 2020 as an example. I'm specifically talking about Dallas rapper Mo3, who was gunned down in broad daylight on a Dallas freeway.
Police say the victim, a hip-hop musician named Mo3, was approached by the killer on I-35. Both men stopped their vehicles. The victim got out, took off, started running, but was shot several times on the highway. A bystander inside another vehicle was also hit.
There's a song on Mo3's posthumous release, Shot Us Forever, which dropped in April 2021 called Out the Gym. The song is really good, by the way. I listen to it all the time, but Mo3 has this line at the end of the song where he says this.
Damn near died on that freeway, Lord help him, for real. It's a shame how the Melvin be stepping.
As you can hear, he said, damn near died on that freeway, Lord help him. A little earlier in the verse, Mo3 said,
We be stalking, heard them talking, heard what they said, we gon' chalk them.
we be stalking, heard him talking. This short little story that Mo3 depicted in his song is exactly how he died. Someone stalked him, in other words, followed him, and then killed him on a freeway.
They play the same old song.
What happened was, Mo3 allegedly spent the night at a female companion's house, and as he was leaving her spot that next morning, he noticed that he was being watched by someone in a car. He then got into his car and left, went to the gas station, noticed that the car was still following him, and that's when he realized that his life was in danger. That's when he, Mo3, took his car, jumped on a freeway in an attempt to lose the vehicle that was following him. Mo3 then tried getting around traffic, but unfortunately crashed on the side of the road. He then got out of his car, started running for his life. Trigger Man started chasing him and started popping off shots. Mo3 got hit in the back of the head and he died. Rest in peace to Mo3. He was crazy talented. I love his music. I wanted to use Mo3 as an example because he did have that one he died on a freeway line, and I think it's scary how that's exactly how he died. As for T Grizzly, by the way, I don't expect him to not talk about those things because he said that. That's still his bread and butter. I get it. But at the end of the day, you got to think about the words you're rapping in these records. If not for yourself, ask yourself, how is this going to affect the people that I love? Because like in this T Grizzly case, what if his family was up in there? Even worse, they were there without him. Happy that him and his fam are good, and I'm also happy that he's having this realization now before it's too late. But yeah, T Grizzly with a cautionary tale to rappers: be mindful of the words you put in your records, because like we've seen in the past, there's a chance that you might become a victim of those same stories that you're telling. Are you prepared for that? Any thoughts on this entire conversation though? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, like this video, like this video. Let's have a discussion about this.